welcome to Cage Fighter. And you know why I'm excited? You know why I'm happy, Andy?
Because you're mad?
Yeah, because of that. But because I've got none other than Jess, the Joker, Liaudin, in the studio.
Oh,
Check
man.
him out.
How you doing, Jess?
Thank you very much.
Nice
Thank you for
you.
having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. We love having the fighters in.
Great
we
to
really
hear
do. I mean, it's great to chat, you know, and to find out a little bit more about you. So just tell us how you got started in martial arts.
I started like a little kid when I was about 8 years old with judo and then moving into karate. In the late 80s I started doing Thai boxing and I had my first fight when I was 16.
Yeah, I mean, what was the first actual full contact fight? I mean, because, you know, we've all been there as martial artists as kids, but it's not real competitive, is it? You know, you're not actually taking the blows. What did you start off as your first actual combat sport?
I started fighting in Thai boxing. Thai boxing has always been very popular in France. There always been a lot of shows and things like that. So my first fight when I was 16 was Thai boxing. And then by the age of 19, I was already fighting in America, in big international shows, in kickboxing and things like that.
That's odd, because really, it's known for his subs, isn't he? These days, known for his subs.
Of course he's known for his sub, but this quashes that people go, oh, you know what, that's easy, oh, this is great, I'll just jump in the cage. Look how long he's been fighting. You've been fighting for a lifetime, Jez. But people don't realise, they look at the record and go, oh, he only had 7 fights, oh, 12 fights. But you've been fighting a lifetime.
I mean, the records that we produce for our stats on our website, it's just the MMA. Yeah. I mean, how many Thai boxing matches did you have?
Altogether, I've got roughly about 80 fights.
80
I put in shoot boxing, Thai boxing, kickboxing, full contact karate. So I've got roughly about 80 full contact fights.
Yeah, I mean, what's it like when you're... I mean, for you, I mean, we speak to a lot of fighters, of course, we're in the business, but, I mean, when you're standing in that cage opposite someone, I mean, are you scared?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm scared. You know, it's like a singer just before going on stage, you know. You're a little bit nervous. You don't want to give a bad performances more than anything else. So, but no, I've never been scared.
Yeah, but if a singer gives a bad performance, he gets a boo in the crowd. If you give a bad performance, you're going to get your face punched in, aren't you?
Of course, but that's the reason why you're so nervous into getting into the ring, you know. Obviously, you're not scared of getting hit. If you're scared of getting hit, you're obviously in the wrong business.
I got one question. A question I've always wanted to ask a fighter, a professional fighter like yourself. Have you ever made a fight last longer to give a better performance?
Sometimes it did happen in the fight, and I felt I could have finished it earlier. And perhaps if we had hold on to the hold a little bit longer, I could have finished it. But you know, I moved into something else to keep the fight flowing, you know, etc. To show my skill, and I could move into something else.
Well, this first fight we've got coming up, it just shows you that Jez is not scared of nothing. Because we put him up against Paul Terminator Taylor. Now, this guy, again, had 50, 60 fights, banging everybody out, breaking arms, breaking legs, in Thai boxing, kickboxing, and he turned to MMA, and that is a true Terminator. But this was from Cage Rage 2, Jess Liaudin versus Paul Taylor.
And Hoist waves them on and they're off. Immediate high kick from Jess there. And another high kick in return from Paul Taylor.
Jess with a fake into a fantastic takedown. Paul shooting him some punches into the side. Jess looks quite comfortable down there in that position. Jess working to the top position.
Paul looking for the takedown now. He gets Jess Liaudin in the takedown.
Fantastic takedown by Paul there. Jess left himself off balance and Paul took advantage.
Do you favour any particular fighter in this match, Rob?
I've got to say, Paul Taylor's a very, very good fighter. Nicknamed the Terminator for an obvious reason. Jess Liaudin, I haven't seen Jess fight before, so unfortunately, Jamie, I can't comment on his past history. Just throwing in some short, sharp punches. Paul retaliating with one of his own.
Taylor looking to extricate himself from this, but Liaudin's not letting him out of it.
Liaudin's got an arm trapped. He's got an option here. He can work for a triangle or maybe even an arm bar. I'm sure Paul's aware of it, but Jess has got that option. As I said, Jess working in for a triangle. I don't know whether or not he's got it on, but it looks very, very tight from where I am. Just tightening up his triangle choke against Paul, sorry. Oh, excellent slam by Paul. In retaliation towards Jess's triangle choke. And again, fantastic work by Paul Taylor. An armbar by Jess Liaudin. Absolutely fantastic armbar by Jess Liaudin.
Sure, he won't be long before he submits.
He made the most of a bad situation and he has the armbar. It seems as though Paul's not tapping. Paul has got fantastic resistance towards this armbar. He just isn't tapping. He's turning out of it. This is absolutely brilliant technique.
Taylor's looking comfortable. He's got a platform and a base and he's out of it.
Jess has had to give up the armbar. Absolutely fantastic work by Paul. Paul throwing punches. Oh, throwing punch
from Taylor.
Retaliation with knees from Jess. He pulls him in. Jess pulls Paul into the ground. Both men fighting absolutely fantastically here, Jamie.
I can see a lot of heavy breathing going on from here as well, Rob. Both fighters are putting a lot of energy into those exchanges.
I think both fighters wanted to finish this early. They both know what one another's capable of. And in a long fight, both men can get tired and anything can happen. At this level of skill, it's unbelievable what these guys can actually do. Paul looks comfortable just to keep Jess down.
Good left in there from Paul Taylor, and again, each individual blow doesn't hurt, but percussively they have their effect. Oh, and he's got some leverage now. Taylor explodes onto Liaudin.
Absolutely explosive. It takes back what I said, Jamie. Anything can happen. These fights can be slow and non-moving one moment, the next moment it's exploding with action. Jess has spent most of this fight on his back, I believe. Working for an armbar again. Fantastic. Jess Liaudin's on the armbar again.
And Taylor's out. Taylor definitely being more aggressive here. Raining blows in on Liaudin's face. But Liaudin still looks very comfortable. He's got the triangle round the back of Taylor's back.
It's not actually a triangle he's holding, Jamie. He's just got Taylor in a very, very comfortable guard.
Okay.
I think he's comfortable down there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable.
I think they'll just hold it out. I can hear the crowd, some of the crowd shouting 10 seconds left. Maybe he'll hold it tight until the end of the round. Excellent first round. Both proving what one another's capable of. Very, very good skill. Excellent fighting by both martial artists.
If you were one of the judges tonight, who would you be awarding that round to, Rob?
I wouldn't like to award that one, Jamie. Very, very good all round.
That's an even round then.
Oh yeah, I would definitely say so. If I had to, I'd probably give that one 10-10. Although Taylor does look like the more aggressor with his strikes coming down onto Jess. Jess is countering very, very well and he's trying to force him into that armbar.